She was pounding on my garage door like she owned it, shouting, "Open up or I'll have you arrested." I had no idea why she was there. It was my house, my land. Before I could react, she already had her phone up. She yelled into it, "There's a dangerous man in this neighborhood. He has weapons. Send officers right now." Within minutes, police cruisers rolled in with lights flashing. Neighbors peeked through their blinds as Karen pointed straight at me. "That's him. He's a threat. Stop him before he hurts someone." I froze as rifles lifted in my direction, my hands shaking while I slowly raised them. "This is my property," I tried to explain, but Karen cut me off, screaming louder, "Don't listen to him. He's lying. He's dangerous." The officers looked tense, one already tightening his grip on the trigger. Then something unbelievable happened. One officer stepped toward my garage, looked inside, and his face went pale. A man in a suit, blood on his shirt, stumbled out, gasping. The entire street fell silent as he collapsed. One officer shouted, "Governor." Karen's mouth dropped open, finally speechless. The governor of the state, injured in my garage, and somehow Karen had pulled me straight into the center of it. "How did he end up in my garage?" I whispered. But Karen didn't stop. She pointed again, her voice sharp and cracking. "See, he did it. He hurt the governor. Arrest him now." The guns turned back toward me, my heart pounding so hard it drowned out everything else. I felt every eye in the neighborhood locked on me. The truth was terrifying. I had no clue what was happening. Before I could process anything, Karen shoved herself in front of the officers like she was in charge. "Don't hesitate. He keeps weapons in that garage. I've seen him sneaking around at night," she shouted, her finger trembling at me. Neighbors gasped, some already recording on their phones. One officer stepped forward with cuffs in hand when a faint voice rose from the ground. The governor, coughing and clutching his chest, lifted a shaky hand and rasped, "No, not him." Everyone froze. The officer with the cuffs looked back, unsure. Karen's face twisted with panic, but she tried to spin it again. "Don't listen. He's confused. He doesn't know what he's saying. This man is dangerous. I've warned everyone for months." But the governor's next words sent a chill down the street. It was them, the fake cops. His eyes rolled back before he lost consciousness again. The officers stared at each other in shock, whispering, "Fake cops. What is he talking about?" Karen broke the silence, her voice shrill and desperate. "Don't just stand there. If you don't arrest him, you'll regret it. He caused all of this." But instead of obeying her, one officer looked at me and asked quietly, "Sir, do you have security cameras on your property?" Karen stiffened. Her eyes darted toward my garage, and in that instant, I understood. She knew something I didn't. My pulse steadied as I nodded. "Yeah," I said, holding her gaze. "And the footage will show everything." Karen's lips parted, but nothing came out. She backed up a step, her confidence cracking. The officer signaled another to follow me as I unlocked the side door to the house. Karen paced on the driveway, her voice breaking as she shouted, "Don't trust him. He'll hide the evidence. Everything is in there." But no one stopped me. For the first time, her grip on the situation was slipping away. I led the officers to the living room where a monitor displayed the feeds from every camera around my property. My hands shook as I scrolled back to the moment my garage door was forced open. The footage showed two men in tactical gear, badges on their chests, but not real uniforms, dragging the governor inside. One pressed a pistol to his back. They shoved him to the floor and argued in low voices about making it look clean and waiting for instructions. Karen appeared seconds later, standing outside with her phone to her ear. She watched everything, aware of it all. The room went silent as the officers leaned in. One muttered, "They're not ours. Those badges are fake." Karen's voice shrieked from outside, "Don't believe that. He made the footage himself. He's a hacker. I warned you." But even from inside, we could hear the shake in her tone. She was starting to unravel. The officer beside me straightened, his jaw tight. "Mom," he called out through the open door, "stay exactly where you are." For the first time, Karen didn't snap back or threaten anyone. She froze, then slowly edged toward the street like she was ready to run. My stomach twisted. If she got away, something bigger was waiting beyond this neighborhood. Her heels clicked fast across the pavement as she slipped toward the corner. Her voice changed from sharp to fake calm. "I'm just going home. Officers, I did my part reporting a dangerous man. You can handle the rest." But before she reached the corner, two motorcycles roared into the cul-de-sac. Their headlights lit her up as the engines shook the entire street. My heart jumped. I knew that sound. My cousins, both Army veterans. They rode in, side by side, blocking her escape like a wall of steel. Karen froze, clutching her purse like a shield. One cousin shut off his engine and said, steady and controlled. Where are you going in such a hurry, ma'am? The real officers aren't done with you yet. Neighbors whispered, phones raised, capturing everything. Karen's polished HOA image collapsed right in front of them. She stammered, I don't know these men. They're with him. They're dangerous too. But my second cousin stepped off his bike, his jacket shifting just enough to show his old military police badge. He spoke with calm authority. Ma'am, we've dealt with people like you before. You're not going anywhere until the truth comes out. Karen's face drained of color. She turned back to the officers, desperate. Don't listen to him. He's threatening me. Arrest him too. But the officers weren't even looking at her anymore. Their focus was on the footage replaying inside my house and the governor lying in my garage under paramedic care. I could see it in their faces. Karen was cornered, and she still didn't realize the biggest reveal hadn't hit yet. Karen panicked and tried one last tactic. She screamed that I staged everything, but the officers already had enough video, enough witnesses, and the governor himself pointing to the fake cops. When the governor regained consciousness, his first clear words were, that woman was with them. Karen's expression collapsed as the cuffs snapped around her wrists. The truth came out quickly. The fake officers were part of a scheme she joined, hoping to frame me while hiding what they were really doing. But the cameras, my cousins, and the governor exposed every bit of it. Neighbors filmed each moment as Karen was led to the squad car, begging and shouting as her power fell apart in seconds. I stood near my garage, heart racing but steady, as the real officers saluted my cousins and nodded at me. Good thing you stayed calm, one said. You helped save the governor's life. Watching Karen shout from the back of the patrol car, I couldn't help thinking, she called the police to destroy me, but in the end, she destroyed herself.